I'm really excited to be at this conference today, and probably you hear it from the backstage. And the only thing that I was a little bit sad, to be honest, a little bit frustrated, because I went to the backstage, and I read some tweet of people watching streaming or videos, and they say, these Italians are so cold. And I say, what the fuck? Come on. And they're not there, you know, and there's no one there. Someone say, well, there's no one there. It's in the event, you know, probably journalist or something. So I don't like that, because I think, you know, that we're here to celebrate. We're not here to host a conference. We're here to celebrate. Italy's time is arrived. It's not in 1 year. Our time is now. So I think it's really a huge opportunity. So I have an offer to give you. I tell you what we do. We do a 20 seconds for the people watching live streaming, 20 seconds of pure sound of excitement, and most of all to prove how ready we are, so that people watching the streaming can hear exactly how ready we are, okay? All right. By the way, how is the sound of excitement? Make the sound of excitement. Great! So, we can do better. Okay, try to imagine, if you, I don't know, if you sell your startup for 1 billion. Anyone sold a startup for 1 billion? You? Wow, okay. Okay, it's not happened. It will happen. How do you feel? What the sound? You just sign and say, okay, I did a great startup. I've been working so hard, spitting blood and tears for years. I got impact on people, and now I sold it. I just signed for 1 billion. What the sound that you would do? What would you do? Come on, let me hear the sound. Like, okay? Great. Excellent, excellent. So, we have 20 seconds, okay? Just 20 seconds. When I say 3, can you also help me with some music? But we are scientific, so we do a pre-test, a private beta first. This left side, give me your best sound of excitement. Come on. Super, okay? Center part, sound of excitement. Who are in this part? Media sponsor, good, okay? This right side, your best sound of excitement, come on! Great, okay. At 3, we get our 20 seconds because we're ready. Our time is now, okay, guys? 1, 2, 3, come on! Whoa! I want to see if they will say that we called and we're not ready and we're not here. All right, so we have the next panel now, and it's moderated by great entrepreneur, and I would say also now an excellent investor. We have Marco MAGNOCAVALLO, ex-founder of Logo. Please, Marco, welcome on stage.
So, I would like to welcome my guests. I'm really excited to be here with some of the most promising Italian startups. And those are companies that got recognition around the world, either by winning international startup competitions, like such as the web for Beintoo, or plug-and-play competition for Risparmio Super, or by raising smart money with some great investors, such as Mashape with Jeff Bezos and Eric Schmidt's funds, but also with Timbuktu with 500 startups, H-Farm and Nana Bianca. And also GUK KIM from Cibando that raised last summer funds in Berlin. So, welcome to all of you. ELENA FAVILLI, Antonio Tomarchio, GUK KIM, and Augusto Marietti. So I would like to start with a couple of minutes for each of you, just to talk about your startups. Antonio, let's start.
Can you hear me? Yeah, it works. Well, it's great to be here, first of all. And so about us, 2 minutes. I will try to be very synthetic because I'm always accused not to be. So Beintoo is a mobile platform for apps developers. We provide them an API service by which they can integrate some gaming components like achievements, missions for the users. So the goal is to make them engage more. But most important, they can provide them a virtual currency, completely meritocratic. So the more users use the app and achieve, the more they earn this currency called $. And what we are doing then is to bring on board retailers worldwide that accept these $, as a way to provide exclusive promotion to Beintoo users. So the key idea, very simple, is that users play with their favorite games and apps, and they convert their achievements into real-world tangible benefits, such as free sample or loyalty campaigns or special promotions. The company was created last year, and we have traffic from US. Our first country is actually China, then United States and Korea. With more than 1,000 developers on board and hundreds of apps, we are growing mostly internationally.
Elena.
Hi. Timbuktu is a personalized iPad magazine for young families, and we basically help parents find the best possible content for their children. We're part of 500 startups. We're based in San Francisco. We recently won the Best Design Award at Launch Conference in Mountain View, and we're going to launch our new app in 2 weeks.
Okay. Maybe you can also tell what are your future plans.
Yeah, so the new app, it's like a calendar, and every day there's new content coming out. So there's every day, it's like an advent calendar where every day parents can find a story, game, or activity to share with their children. So the point is to help parents connect with their children and discover the world together.
Will it have a freemium model, business model?
Yeah, the model is a freemium model, and it's so some of the content are free, and some of the content are premium. And to unlock them, you have to pay to buy virtual currency and to pay for them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi. I'm Augusto. I'm one of the co-founder of Mashape, which is basically like an app store for APIs. So we help distribute, consume, monetize cloud APIs. We work with thousands of developers in now I think 180 countries, and we are based in San Francisco. We raised funding in San Francisco, and I basically left Italy around 2 years ago, and that's it.
That was fast. Anyway, so my name is GUK, and I'm the founder of Cibando. At Cibando, we help users find restaurants, the right restaurants for the user. Because finding restaurants is actually really easy, so the problem that we're trying to solve is that we want to help you pick the right restaurant. I mean, if you walk outside here, you can find so many restaurants, so you never know which restaurant you actually have to go to eat the food that you like. So what we try to do is we try to provide as much information as possible about the restaurant. We take lots of photos. We don't take just the photos of the restaurant, of the tables and the spoons and the forks that they usually showcase, but we also want to show you what it looks like inside the kitchen, the chef that is actually cooking the food, the preparing the food, and so on. So this is what we do, and please download Cibando. In Rome, it works really well, so we have lots of clients here, and you can really find lots of interesting restaurants that I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to start with some questions for our panelists, but I would also like to have some interactive sessions. So if anyone has some question, don't hesitate and raise your hands. So we'll start with Augusto. Augusto, Mashape is mostly working with developers and other startups. is it really important for your company to be based in Silicon Valley? And are there big cultural differences between US entrepreneurs and Italian ones?
So yes, what I say multiple times is that like you don't want to create, you don't want to have Italy like being like Silicon Valley. You probably have to think how you can become a better Italy, and you have to leverage your own cultures. So like it's like if Nebraska is trying to become the next fashion industry, like it's impossible. So you need to be in the network. You should have the network. Silicon Valley, it's built on 70 years. So, I mean, if you want to change the culture of a country, it takes 100 years. So it's impossible. But you can leverage your own culture, like food, cars, even music. There are a lot of multi-billion business in this country that you can disrupt by technology. So we should focus on this and leverage this market. In Silicon Valley, for me especially, is way better because I work with developers and that's where all the people are. So if I want to make a partnership, I just walk 1 mile and I go to talk with who I want to talk to. So that's fantastic. But and yeah, the entrepreneur's culture is very different. Like here I see, and I was one of the first like 2 years ago, put the entire focus on VC, like we'll see VC. But at the end, like, sorry about like, fuck that. Like you have to build a company. Right? So, so like building a company is completely different. Raising fund is just a marginal aspect of building companies. When you build companies, you deal with your employees, with your partners, with characters, with humanity. It's completely different things. VC are just maybe less than 1% of your success. 99% is you that you have to solve problems. No matter how important is the brand. We have an amazing brand that has a venture capital, probably the top 5, top 10 in the world, but at the end, you have to solve problems. You have to hire the best people. You have to hire quickly. It's not that they're going to do that for you. They can send email, they can send introduction, but it's all about you. So in terms of culture, I see in US people really focus on building company, and here is more about talking about venture capital all the time, but it's just a marginal things really to build long-lasting company and have an impact.
And what about parties? Here in Italy, I'm seeing a lot of parties that are held when someone raised money, not when they sold the company. Is it the same in US?
Yeah,
because it's a little bit strange that so you make a party when you raise money, not when you sell the company.
So they do party sometimes when probably, we didn't do any party, but they do party sometimes, especially when they raise, I don't know, 50 million in Series A, something like that. But it does a kind of success. But actually the party is not really focused on the investment itself, but it's more focused on because the company is growing, is hiring 50 employees, and you have a successful business, at this time you do the party. But again, the venture capital is just a marginal consequence, and you don't have to pay attention to. You have to build company, leverage your strength, and then money will follow. You just build smart companies and smart money will follow in this country. But first, you have to build company and really do amazing execution. I don't see here amazing execution. You have to do amazing design, amazing flow, that simple experience. And I see a lot of wannabe entrepreneurs that actually think that it's all about raising funding and throw a website or an application on the iPhone. This is really not how things work.
Yes. I agree. I totally agree. Thank you. GUK, Cibando is mostly working on the Italian market, but you last summer raised from 0.9 Capital in Berlin some funds. What are your plans? Will Cibando be brought abroad?
Well, I mean, when we got the investment from Berlin, from 0.9 Capital, there was no deal that we had to obviously have an office in Berlin or something. 0.9 Capital invested in me as a person, and they believed in me. I was really lucky to find them that they actually believed in my company. And it was also the first time for them to invest in Italy, so I was really impressed about this. We don't have, I mean, we're not forced to invest in, to open Cibando in other countries, but obviously, as a business scope, we need to obviously grow, we need to increase our revenues and so on. And obviously, the easiest answer to that is to actually expand in other countries. And eventually, this is what we will do. And for now, we want to obviously become the market leader in Italy, in Rome, and from Rome, and then definitely go in other countries. it's a natural scope of any business to grow worldwide.
Okay, thank you very much. And Elena, you founded your company, Timbuktu, with your co-founder, Francesca Cavallo. Has it been difficult to be a girls-only team with no technical background in Silicon Valley?
Well, it's definitely very unusual, to say the least. Like, Silicon Valley is mostly males, engineers, wearing flip-flops and drinking lots of beers. So, yeah, we're very different from that stereotype. And even at 500 Startups, which is one of the most diverse accelerator programs in the US, they have this tradition that every Friday at 6 o'clock they play beer pong, which is ping pong but with beer. So for Francesca and I, we basically had two choices. We could like become frat boys ourselves, or we could try to prove that what you really need to build a great company, especially at a very early stage, is not just being able to code, but is being able to see things differently and being able to create a vision that people can identify with and share with others. So I think that's like the biggest challenge that we faced.
And what about Dave McClure? How did you convince him? Maybe cooking some Italian spaghetti due to his roots, Italian roots.
Yeah. Well, I think the first thing, I think he was very impressed by our approach to education, because most applications for children don't involve parents in the learning experience and in the learning process. Timbuktu instead is specifically designed to be shared by parents and children together, because we really believe that educational applications shouldn't simply teach something, but should help parents better understand their children and better communicate with them. So that's, like, I would say the main reason. And the second reason is certainly our strong focus on design. We've always tried to give our users, to provide our users with like the best possible design and user experience, because we were really tired of poorly designed products for children. And we truly believe that children deserve beautifully designed products and technologies as much as we do. So we always like put design at the core of product and customer development. And so that's like, I think, the second thing. And then the other thing, which is useful also for other startups who want to apply to this accelerator program, is that we had significant traction, even if we were like an early stage company. When we applied, we already had about 50,000 downloads with no marketing and no advertising at all. And we had been featured by Apple in the top 5 of US education. And we had been covered by Mashable, Wire, and many other newspapers. So I think like all of these reasons really like contributed to the selection.
Yeah, thank you. Antonio, your first company was targeting only the Italian market, while with Beintoo, you started global from day one. What are the challenges on doing that?
Traveling too much. Jogging, it's a true different thing. You have a lot of execution challenge, because at the end of the day, execution is everything. Well, first of all, you need to hire the right international people. And even in Italy, you need to hire people who are able to talk with international people and to work remotely. So that was my main focus, hiring an outstanding team. And I think we did. I'm very proud of my team. And it was the first focus. Second of all, you must be obsessed by the quality of product. So you have a product challenge. If you want to compete in highly competitive markets such as the United States, the user experience must be great. So you have a true product challenge there. You must be obsessed, for example, with user experience quality. You have, you know, a strategic challenge because in some country you may need to push other features. There can be differences, even business models. For example, Asia is very different from North America, and we are literally changing our strategy, our feature strategy, based on the area. And, well, finally, you have, of course, a commercial challenge, because in our business, the mobile advertising, each country is literally a true different ecosystem. So you cannot be everywhere. You cannot be in 180 countries or in Asia. So you must find the right partners, for example. That's what we're doing in Asia. So you have a challenge to find the right commercial partners in regions where you don't know, where there are cultural barriers. And so that's another important challenge. But yes, creating a global business is a challenge from scratch especially, but it's also a true opportunity. We are living exceptional times, times of huge change, times of exponential growth in emerging countries such as China or Korea or Brazil, times of huge innovation in domains like mobile internet. Italian startups must take advantage of these opportunities. It's time to stop talking, as Augusto said, and stay really focused on building companies and hiring the right people, because money will follow. And it's the time to think international since day one, because there is no reasons why Italian startups cannot create international success, cannot succeed internationally and build scalable companies worldwide. It's just a matter of having the strategy. It's literally a time of huge opportunities, and my strong message to Italian startups is really to think internationally and to believe in your capability. We have the creativity, we have the technical skill, we have strategic thinking and innovation thinking. There is no reason why Italian startups cannot succeed internationally, and then money will follow. Last week, I'm very happy we closed the deal. A London-based venture capital firm, GUK Capital, represented here by the general partner Mauro Pretolani, the previous partner, joined the Series A round of Beintoo, and they did that because of our international strategy, international traction. So they wanted to invest because they wanted to support our expansion internationally. So we worked hard, we worked on the team, we worked on the execution in finding the right people and the right partners worldwide, and the money followed. From InnoJet's leading investor and now until Com. So that's my strong recommendation to Italian startups. Stop talking and participate into a lot of events, stay focused, hire the right people, and trust your capability to succeed internationally.
Thank you very much. Augusto, can you share with us some lessons learned?
So yeah, like if you want to learn a lot, you have to do it. You learn by doing. I've done a ton of mistakes. Like recently, I hired the best recruiter firm in Silicon Valley to hire one employee that I really want to. I usually don't do that, but this is like, it's the best. I need to take this guy fast. So I hired this recruiting firm in Silicon Valley, and I basically spent 20 grand in fee because the salary is $100,000 per year. And I spent 20K, 20% fee to hire him. The problem is that if you want to change him or if you want to fire him, he'll leave. You have 3 months, and within 3 months you have to do that. Otherwise, they're not going to replace him for free. So what's happened is that after 3 months and 2 weeks, he said that he's going to start a new company with Zynga. And eventually, I wanted all our employees at one point becomes founder, entrepreneur from our company. It's my dream. I mean, I'm happy for him, but the thing is that I lost 20K, and actually the onboard process for every new employee takes from 1 to 2 months to get into the code base. So I basically lost 20,000 cash like that. And that's like the little mistake I did, but now I know, and I'm not gonna do that again. So like, if you wanna do things, like just do it, and fuck the mistake, just do it, and do it, and do it, till you make it, you know. That's just my last one, but I've done a tons.
Okay, thank you very much. So I think that time is up, so thank you very much to our panelists, and good luck for the future.